Hi, my name is Caleb, and this is my seventh and final recitation assignment. During the coronavirus pandemic, we had to deal with a lot of things. Isolation, having to deal with a whole entire different culture shock, having to walk outside with masks and things like that. And, it was a very interesting kind of dynamic that we had to deal with. But one thing that brought me a lot of joy over the past year was, during the pandemic, I had the opportunity to research and, look at a whole bunch of different religions and things like that. And so, I did research on Buddhism, Hinduism, Islamism, Christianity, and just like a whole bunch of different religions, because, I was raised Christian, but, a lot of people just say have faith, but if you have faith with no evidence, what is that, to be honest, if that makes sense. So, when I finally did the research and stuff, it just it was a real culture shock because after doing my research, it kind of showed that Christianity had more evidence than the others, in my opinion. There probably is people who would say otherwise, but, the evidence for the Christian God was there. And so, it changed my whole perspective on the quarantine completely. I no longer looked at the quarantine as a burden or something dreadful, but an opportunity to really connect with God. And so to really see if he was actually true. And so that was definitely one of my highest point moments, when I finally, looked into it, and to me, it connected with me. And so however, there were a lot of low points over the past year. You know, that quarantine, that isolation, it did have a big toll on you. Being alone or being away from family and things like that. Especially when we came to school, it had a big effect on me. Just not. It just felt kind of like you were alone, and so yeah, it had a big kind of effect on me. It kind of made me not really want to, like, it felt like I was always studying or being bogged down with courses and stuff like that. And so it just kind of made you just, like, lose interest in school a little bit and things like that. But yeah. However, talking about psychology, intro to psychology, one of my favorite things about this course was the recitations, like this one. I really liked how we had the opportunity to actually get face to face, and like I like actually hearing what other people had to say and think. I really enjoyed you know just really seeing what they had to say about different things, and it was just an opportunity to see another person in a way. Um, However, one of my least favorite things about this course was how it was asynchronous. I know you probably didn't have any, that wasn't in your plan, or maybe it was, Dr. God, but, it just was kind of like we had to learn, like, we knew when our assignments were due, but we never knew. I kind of wish there were Zooms, so we could interact with each other and be able to talk more on such an interesting topic such as psychology. And so, but other than that, it was a pretty good course. One of the most important things that I learned was the parenting styles. It gave me a really, opportunity to see, like, how, if I were to have kids one day, how would I want to raise them? Would I want to be just like, would I want to be a dictator, or would I want to be, like just a carefree parent, like, or best of both worlds. So I really enjoyed, this course overall. I liked everything about it, and I hope to take more psychology courses in the future.